Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Alex here of Advice by Alex. I want to thank you very much for stopping by and giving me a listen to. And if you like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the like button with the little bell for all the notifications of when I go live. And of course, whenever I upload a new video as well. And today, I hope you are doing fabulous. Today is Sunday, April 5th, 2026. And today is Easter as well. So happy Easter for those that celebrate Easter. And happy Easter to everybody out there. And hopefully, you're having a wonderful, wonderful holiday as well, and everything of that nature. And hopefully, overall, you all are doing absolutely fantastic for this week and everything like that. So hopefully overall you all are doing well and everything like that. And of course, just a couple of announcements before we get started here. If you would like to get a personalized reading with me, you can visit me on my website at Angel Soul Blessings 777 on Etsy, and that link will be in the description box below. I'm still working on the site as well. I have not quite gotten a chance to get that all completed. Maybe more so toward the end of April, May timeframe is when I hope to get that accomplished. But there is definitely a lot going on behind the scenes for myself right now. So we'll see when it'll get up when it's meant to get up. And also, right now I do have 30% off all of my readings that I offer on Etsy. And if you'd just like to purchase directly through me, you can email me. That will be in the description box below as well. And everything of that nature. So I am definitely excited to be able to offer that. And then also, if you would ever like to get a reading from one of my recommended readers that are there, I will have that information in the description box below as well. So these are people that I have tried personally, and I love and I recommend them and I support them, and they are absolutely awesome individuals and everything like that. So I wouldn't recommend people unless I tried it myself, and I can have my faith in them as well. So, without further ado, also the last announcement before the further ado is that we, if you would like to, as most of you will know, I am a supporter of mental health, and I am officially a counselor in training now. And also, since I am officially a counselor in training, um, it's no surprise that I am an advocate for mental health. And I have also linked in the description below um, a donation for a mental health agency here in Ohio that I highly recommend. And I do love the organization as well. It is a really good organization and everything like that. So if you feel called to be able to donate to them, you are more than welcome to. But of course, there is no pressure in doing so, only if you are feeling called. But I have placed them in the description link below as well. So that is there as well. So, without further ado, let us get in with the video for today. So today we're going to be doing the love angel messages for the month of April. So I figured since we did the collective, let us go ahead and do the love and romance. Everybody loves a good love and romance story and everything like that. So we got to go ahead and do the love messages for everybody. So we'll go ahead and get started here with the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. Alrighty, so here we go. So what does everybody need to know for love and romance for the month of April. Love and romance for the month of April. April of 2026. Okay. Come on. Let's go ahead and get into the messages. Ooh, okay. I was like, ooh, the cards are a little bit hesitant today. Ooh, okay, there we go. Mm-mm-mm. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. We shall see what this is all about, but at this time, I ask that you have your feet firmly planted on the ground, have your heart wide open to be able to receive the messages that you're about to receive. And then, before we get started here, we'll go ahead and take a moment of silence while I connect energetically, and then we'll go into the card portion. And then, during the moment of silence, I ask that you have your spiritual team give the messages that you need to hear, with the messages that are coming through, um, for the month of April in love and romance. So here we go. So, at this time, I ask you have your heart wide open, have your feet on the ground. And as I'm saying this message, this is my sign for spirit that I'm ready to work and everything of that nature. So we'll go ahead here, for a moment of silence while we'll go ahead and connect. Let's just go ahead and let loose a little bit, roll our shoulders and our backs. And we'll go ahead and take a deep breath in and hold it for 3. 1, 2, 3. And breathe out. 3, 2, 1. And breathe in again. 1, 2, 3. And breathe out. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 3, 2, 1. All right. So we'll go ahead with a moment of silence while I connect energetically and get the messages that are coming up in regard to love and romance. Alrighty, so in regard to love and romance, everybody, is that it is basically where, the energy feels twisty and turny. So I feel like what the angels are really saying to me when I was tuning into, the energy of the month of April is that I feel like there is going to be some revelation that is happening for the month of April. So, and whatever that revelation is, it is where it will be a bit surprising, and I feel it'll be unexpected to be able to hear uh, the revelation, as I feel like we weren't expecting it, even though I feel like we already were getting the signs and symbols already in regard to the messages that were happening in regard to love and romance for the month of April. But I feel like it is just where that is happening for the month of April. Yeah, so that is basically where that is at, and everything like that. So that is where I definitely feel like there are some revelations, and I also feel like there are some secrets that are going to be coming out for the month of April. So I don't feel like this will be the best like month for love and romance, to be honest with you, as I feel like there is going to be some major shifts in dynamics that will be happening and everything like that. Not to say that things will end completely for some people. I if it's meant to end, it will end, but I definitely feel like there's some shakeups within relationships for the month of April and everything like that. So I feel like it's just going to be earth shattering. And I feel like there's going to be shifts in dynamics, and I feel like I don't know the word to use for this. It's just where it's going to cause one of the partners to be able to think about things, is what I am really, really feeling, and everything like that. I definitely do feel that there are some karmic lessons that will be involved in this as well, and everything like that. So get ready for karma to come in and learn the karmic lessons that we need to clear and everything like that. So there is going to be some shifts in the timeline in regard to, well, not necessarily shifts in timeline, but more shifts in perspective. So I feel like this is going to change perspectives of people, um, especially for people that are going to be protecting their own image. I feel like this is going to be um, hidden agendas coming through for this month. Um, So I feel like this is going to be very interesting of a month, and everything like that. I was not kind of expecting this kind of a month to come through, but it is there. And what the angels are, what the angels are really saying, it's all about honesty, allowing ourselves to be honest with one another and everything like that. So I definitely feel like there is definitely honesty in regard to the angel messages, and everything like that. So that is where that is at and everything like that. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of like some things that were coming up right away when I was tuning into the energies. So let us go ahead here with the cards for the day. And the first card here is that we have is the nurture card. So this is all about prioritizing. So whether we are prioritizing the other person too much and not having that balance within the relationship, and now it is time to focus in on yourself and your own goals and your own visions. As it's important to remember not to lose you in the process of a relationship and not losing your identity. So, and this is all about reclaiming your power, reclaiming your personal power in the relationship and everything like that. So, that is definitely where that is coming through, and everything like that. So, self care and self love, very much important at this time. I'm also hearing that Archangel Chamuel would be a very good angel to work with in regard to love, not only in relationships around you, but also on love on yourself as well. And then also a crystal to be able to work with is the rose quartz, as well. So, and any green crystal, really, any pink or green crystal would be great for helping with self love and self care and relationships, and everything like that. So, that is very much there. So, that is there, and everything like that. So next here is that we have is believe and succeed. This is all about having faith. So I'm believing in the impossible. I feel like we've had this card in a recent video, so I feel like this is coming up again. Is just a validation if you have not watched video. I think it's in the weekly, but that will be released tomorrow on Monday, and everything of that nature. So, yeah, so that is where this is all at, and allowing us to believe in ourselves and having the courage to be able to change your perception of yourself. That is another one. Changing our own storyline in our head of ourselves. So not clinging to the past, but um, creating a new story of ourselves. Because we all think of different stories of ourselves, whether it's good or bad. It's just that we as humans tend to focus on the negative stories and the negative loops. So it's kind of like breaking the cycle of the negative loops that are happening in regard to love and romance, and everything like that. So interesting, and everything of that nature. So the next card here is that we have is release. So this is all about letting go. So again, for the month of April, I feel like some people will be going through breakups, and again, some people will be going through life lessons, and this is being one of them. Is gaining knowledge, and everything like that. So divine wisdom coming through for the month of April in regard to relationships. So that is very much there, and everything of that nature. So that is coming through for this month as well. So this card has popped up again, which is the embrace. So being in the now, learning to be in the moment. So letting go of that control. A lot of us do have these expectations of things that happen in relationships and where you want it to go. And when it doesn't go our way, it's where we get upset and we think negatively of ourselves. And this is like a cycle that we were talking about, and everything like that. Um, and that is just where that is coming through, and everything like that. So that is where that is at, and it's allowing ourselves to accept what is. So, and maybe that's a lesson for a lot of people is accepting what it is, and everything like that of our connection with a person. So, and maybe that can be your own revelation within the connection as well. So, embracing the connection for what it is, um, and not so much living in a fantasy. So that is very much there. Because we all create our own fantasies, and it's nice to sometimes be in those fantasies, but when we know it's not real, it's only hurting ourselves. So that's where these shifts are coming up, and everything like that. So that is coming in as well. So the next card here is that we have is find balance. So again, justice, karmic cycles ending, sign of Libra, um, communication, and stability, and everything like that. So that is there. So interesting that stability came in. I feel like more of the balance and the emotional aspect, but I feel like there is where after that comes in, there will be stability within, and everything like that. So I feel like that's what they were pointing to in regard to that. So the overall here is that we have is third eye. So you know what to do, and also working on our third eye as it's blocked. And I feel like that will help to receive the messages that will come through and seeing the revelations clearly. Or if this is pointing out that we may not want to see the revelations that come forward, and everything like that, especially if there is truth to them. So, just saying, and everything like that. So, the next card here is that we have is Shared Love with Archangel Chamuel again. So, Archangel Chamuel is a very good angel to work with for this month. Um, Having balance in all aspects of self care, self love. So, another strong self care card as well. So, we'll go here with another deck here, which is the romance deck here. This is the romance deck by Doreen Virtue. Okay. So we'll go ahead here and get started here with the love and romance energy with the love deck. All right. So what does everybody need to know for the month of April for love and romance? Love and romance for the month. Ooh. Do. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Okay, so interesting. So first off, we have retreat. So it's time to disconnect from the world. So I feel like there is going to be some distance between you and your partner for this month, whether physical distance or emotional distance as well. I feel more emotional distance, where there might not be as direct communication as there will be, but I feel like it's leading you to focus in on yourself, and everything like that, and that's why the retreat card is coming in. So the next card here is pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So I feel like there's something going on energetically that is causing that tension, and you can feel that tension coming through. And I feel like it's just um trying to have you recognize it within yourself, and that's causing the mixed emotions right now as well. So that's something to keep an eye on, um, and everything like that. So I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to allow it. I feel like there is, for some people, that there is a third party attached. So I don't like saying that, but it is the truth. And I was feeling that from the beginning when I was pulling this deck, and everything like that. So the next card here is that we have is romantic feelings. So your feelings are real and worth exploring. So, yes. So, um, there is definitely romantic feelings involved in this connection that you have with your POI or your partner or whoever it is. It's just where I definitely feel like there are feelings, and it's just where there may be where this is indicating that they are scared of moving forward, and everything like that due to hurt as well. So it doesn't have to be anything negative as well, but it could also another aspect, it could be where they're just scared of opening it up and being vulnerable, and everything like that. And I hope that's the latter, and everything like that. And I feel like this is it for the majority, and as this is where you are, or you are realizing that you have feelings for a person and you don't know what to do with them and everything like that because you don't know how to express them or how the other person would react. So for now, you have to stay the course where you're at, and everything like that. And I feel like that's what it is for me right now in my own personal um dynamic and everything like that. So it's just kind of like, what do we do here with that? And those are some questions that you have to ask your own self in the journaling aspect. So, past life came in, past life relationship. You have known each other before, so you've had many past lives with this person. Remember, this is a collective reading, so knowing more about your own personal past life with your person, it would be a great for a personal one-on-one reading with me. And then, of course, also it is where you can also ask if you'd like to submit it in a free question for the podcast. That would be great as well. The form is in the description box below. I have been waiting for someone to send in a question for a podcast. I've been wanting that to happen for so long, it just hasn't happened yet. But you've had many past lives with this person. That's where you can feel that connection and the soul connection. and why you're drawn to them in particular. And it also causes you to think about them. So, very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So, thinking about when things will come together. So, I feel like things will eventually come together for you all in the love and romance department. It just happens in different timelines. And that's where the timeline um, thing came in and everything like that. So, yeah. So that is there. But overall, here is healing family issues. You go blah, 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 blah. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So, healing family wounds. Past trauma can come into relationships and can either make it or break it. So, usually, half the time, it is the latter of breaking it. So, if you are working on healing, so it's best to be patient with that person and understanding that everybody has their own trauma and their own hurt as well. And express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture and everything like that. So that is there. Even if you aren't able to right now, just knowing that you can hold true and still care about the person and show them that care and everything like that. So yeah. So the overall, I can't believe this has been going on for 30 minutes, but as you know, love and romance is very dear and near to my heart. And it's one of my favorite topics. So the next card deck that we're going to be using is the Archangel Oracle deck by Adoring Virtue. An oldie but a goodie, one of my first card decks ever that I ever had, and everything like that. So it's a very special deck to me. So I'm going to put it down. I'm going to draw 3 cards here. 1, 2. What does everybody need to know for the month of April? Ooh, okay. 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 So you are safe with Archangel Michael. I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. So you are safe in the process of understanding the connection with the person, and you are being comforted and guided to do so. And Archangel Michael will wrap his protective arms around you and his wings while you are discovering and working on different aspects and everything like that. So that is very much there. So next we also have is gifts from God, Archangel Sandalphon, and we angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive. So it is a gift from God. So every connection is a gift, and it is special and unique, and very important. As there are people that come into our lives and that we can't always explain why, and we always have a knowing feeling that they are our soul connection. Um, my ex in the past was very unexpected, and it happened randomly and walked into my life when I least expected it. And the same with like other connections, and everything like that. So, um, and things of that nature. So, even the friends that are soul connections, like my best friend, like we met in high school and we've been best friends ever since. We've had our ups and downs, but that's the soul connection for you. They push and um, pull to make you both of you stronger and help you get to where you need to go. So that's where there may be turbulence in the connection, but it is there for a reason. But I remember sitting down in science class at the beginning of freshman year. Um, she said something really funny, and I just thought that was hilarious, and we hit it off, and ever since that's been there. So that is there. Um, Another connection that I wasn't expecting was a person that was more recent of a soul connection as a friend, is where that is a coworker and everything like that. Um, he came in and he was new, and then we kind of hit it off, and we have like a nice work friendship and everything like that. So, and I know that we'll be in each other's lives again. Um, this lifetime, it's more so friendship, but in another lifetime, it can definitely lead to romance as well. And that's another thing with soul connections. It's not always love and romance. It's can be friends, family, soul connections, and everything like that. So, and we have more than one soulmate. Yes, we do. Um, and I hate how Hollywood perceives that we only have one soulmate. That is love, but not true. We have more than one. So don't get me on that tangent because it'll be a very long video. And everything like that. But going back to it, we have peace with Archangel Chamuel. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. So peace within the connection, going back that you are safe. Last but not least, we have crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So knowing your intentions and everything like that. And maybe that's what you guys are figuring out. Is what are your intentions with the connection for this month. And everything like that. So, um, yeah, so let us go here with the shadow work because I always love shadow work cards when it comes to love and romance. The shadow work deck, and everything of that nature. So, okay, so, boop-a-doo. What is the current love and romance energy that everyone needs to know for the month of April 2026? 2026. 2026. This is going to be a long video. I apologize, guys. I did not intend for it to be this long, but interesting that card came up again. Okay. So here we have is parental control, overpowering authority, conditional approval, rebellion, freezes. So this is where healing from our childhood comes into play. So where we feel like the need to please other people um and gain their approval, that is where that it comes from childhood, and that's a wound that we need to heal from, and that needs to be cut. And you can work with Archangel Michael with that as well. Then the lonely child, isolation, inner world, emotional hunger. So inner child healing is very much important when it comes to love and romance for this month. So working on inner child wounds and everything like that. And that comes from self love and self care. Hypersensitive, over interpretation, wounded ego, fragile boundaries. So hypersensitive. So I feel like we're going to be extra sensitive for this month. So the next deck that we're going to be using is the Soul Journey by James Van Prague. Yeah, this is going to be a longer video. I already embrace it and accept it. But I know you guys like me chatting away. Chatty, Kathy. Alrighty, so, here we go. What does everybody need to know for the month of April for love and romance? What are the soul lessons for the month of April? April. Oh, okay, that card came into play again. Here. Oh, wow. Okay. So we have is honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it for myself. That was a confirmation and validation of what I said earlier with honesty, being honest with ourselves and in the situation and everything like that. Next is that we have is fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So letting go of fear, letting go of our own insecurities and our doubts when it comes to things, working through them. And then, of course, we also have is judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So letting go of the judgments that we perceive upon other people and everything like that. So that is there. And then the last deck will be the Soul Truth deck. All right. Okay. So here we go. 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 Boop-a-doo. What does everybody need to know for love and romance for April? Okay. Love and romance. Love and romance. Oh my gosh. Ah, that was the exact same thing that happened yesterday. I'm not making this shit up. I'm sorry I said it, but I'm not making it up. When was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling? I drew it once. I was like, no, let's do a different message. But this came out again. When was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling? Go back to a moment when you laughed so hard you almost peed your pants or did. Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting and eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snort or two. Laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously and find the joy in the little things. I now note to self. Ooh, laughed more often. Um, Today's soul action makes somebody laugh today. So that is there as well. We all need a good laugh after every once in a while. So that brings us to the end of the messages, my dears, and everything like that. So that is the love and romance energies for the month of April. I hope you definitely enjoyed it and learned something about it and stuff like that. So, and I'm glad to be getting back to doing things. I know I took some time off at the beginning of the year, but I was also in the grieving process and everything like that. So, still am in the grieving process with my grandma. But it's gotten a little better. It gets better each day, but it's always there. Not as raw as it once was, and everything like that. So, um, ooh, ooh, um, but yeah, so that brings us to the end here, everybody. And if you'd like a personalized reading with me, you can visit me on my Etsy shop at Angel Soul Blessings 777. When the link is in the description box below. And if you like this channel, I ask you to hit the subscribe button and the like button with the little bell for all the notifications of when I go live. And of course, comment, share, subscribe, like, and everything like that. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and happy Easter to everyone that celebrates. And I love everybody as well, sending you all my love and everything like that and angel blessings. And I love you guys, and I will talk with y'all later. Bye, everybody.